Hi guys, so the strategy that I'm demonstrating today is attribute charting. This is organizing information to support understanding. It's also known as semantic feature analysis, which is a way of visually organizing information to support students' understanding of the attributes of the concept being studied. So the first step is to choose a concept to chart. If the concept can be taught by charting, then make a list of attributes, traits, or characteristics. So here's my chart, and it's titled, Is It Living? So the first thing that what it is you have the objects on the left here on your chart, and then the characteristics across the top, and you make a mark, either like a check or a minus or a plus and minus or a check and an X, to mark whether these objects have these characteristics. So the second step of the strategy is to discuss attributes or traits and involve the students in a discussion about the attributes, give them examples, and encourage them to contribute to the chart. So what you would do is get the class excited about filling the chart out with you and give them turns to either answer whether the item or object has the characteristics, or even let them come up to the big anchor chart that you make and have them mark it off themselves. So for my example, I have Is It Living? And I have a worm, a car, a soccer ball, a flower, chicken nuggets, and a dog. So I would start by saying my characteristics and going down the list for each. So does it move all by itself? And I'm going to use checks and X's. And so for the worm, I would put a check mark because yes, it moves all by itself. And for the car, I would put no. So the next, you would go through the whole chart and fill out the entire thing with the class. The next step is to explore the materials by engaging students in an exploration of resource materials available to support their understanding of the attributes being marked. So you give the students opportunities to view in realia or photographs. You model academic language being used. So for the worm, I would use real-life pics or either a short video on a smartboard of a worm actually crawling and moving by itself. For the car, I would most likely just use like a picture of a car parked in a parking lot or in a driveway. For the soccer ball, I would use a picture of the soccer ball in the field about to be kicked by somebody so they can see that the soccer ball itself doesn't move. Somebody has to move it or put it in motion. And for the flower, I would either have a picture of the flower in progression of growing, or a short video that is fast forwarded really quick to show the plant growing from a seed to a large flower plant. And for the chicken nuggets, I would just use a picture. For the dog, I would use a still pic of the dog running or a short clip of the dog running. So the next step is to use the charting material to provide a follow-up activity that encourages the students to use the information on the chart. An example can be a compare and contrast of the two. And for this activity, I would have students pick two of the objects, one that is living, one that is not living, and then use the chart, the information, the characteristics on the chart to write 2 sentences about the object that is living and explaining why, using the information on the chart, and one for the object that is not living, and 2 sentences about that why it's not living. And then the last step is to add technology. So an easy way to use technology to do charts is on a program like Excel, where it's easy to create a chart, fill it in, and print it out. So that is a demonstration of attribute charting, and that's my video.